Hi guys, it's Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and I'm just here to introduce Scott, and he's going to bring new life to this little stand and show you how to make it look nice without having to strip it entirely. He will be back shortly.
Alright, today I'm gonna do the first step of a three-step process to clean up and rejuvenate this table and make it look a little better. This is a cheap table. It's not really worth refinishing. It's not fine furniture. It's just a little cheesy table that I'm gonna stick a printer on. And so what you'll need is some gloves, and you'll need some of this waterless hand cleaner. You can get this at Walmart or any auto parts store. This is the kind that does not have pumice in it, because the pumice granules in hand cleaner tends to be a real heavy grit, so it would scratch rather than polish. It's just the creamy stuff. I guess I'm in frame.
Yep, you are.
So you'll need hand cleaner, cheap gloves, and you'll need some 4/0 steel wool. And this furniture is scratched. It kind of has a white haze to it. That's a combination of dirt and oxidized finish and probably oxidized waxes or furniture polishes. So let's start by getting it clean, which is this 4/0 steel wool and this hand cleaner. And this hand cleaner has petroleum distillates in it, and it will dissolve any of the old greases and waxes and try to go with the grain. Don't get too aggressive on corners or you'll rub through the finish. This works really good on kitchen cabinets around the door pulls and knobs and stuff, where you have some grease and hand oil buildup that gives you that cruddy, dirty film around there. This stuff will take that straight off. It does a beautiful job of it. This is a veneered piece, so you don't want to get it too wet or you'll delaminate the veneer. There's already a delamination spot right there. Like I said, it's a cheap little piece. I'm just going to stick a computer printer on. And I'm just going to take a damp rag, wipe that down, get that off of there. And I don't know if you can see it down here. This little shelf is actually real dirty. It's real nasty looking.
You're good.
Does that help?
Yeah.
What's this?
And when we got it, it was real rackety, so he's already done some work and stabilized it so it's firm again. It doesn't rickety back and forth.
Yeah, I took it apart and re-glued it. Re-glued, re-screwed. It looks like there's lots of dirt and oxidized finish on this shelf. And like a lot of old pieces, this thing is scratched up. And like I said, I'm not going to refinish it. I'm going to color the scratches with a little bit of stain, and then I'm going to wax everything really good. And you can see the discoloration in the cloth of the dirt and grime that I wiped off.
You're wringing that out really, really well.
Yeah,
so it's just barely damp.
It's barely damp because I'm afraid of lifting the veneer on this. It's wobbling around because I'm uneven on this door. This is my hillbilly workbench. It's a door laid up on two sawhorses. So let's let that dry good, and we'll come back and have a look and see if we've done any improvement. I thought this was a brown stain, but now that I'm getting it clean, I can see it's a mahogany stain.
So that stain, varnish stuff we picked out will match perfect.
It has some red to it.
Imagine that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
There's
Get down in these little grooves. I just take a little corner of the steel wool, run it along in there, and clean out. That's a good place for a lot of dirt to accumulate. And this is a thin little old t-shirt. It's been made into rags, and you can get down in those grooves with this thin material. You know, a towel wouldn't get down in there, but that little cheesy t-shirt will. Look, there's a run in the factory finish.
Huh? So he's basically just flipping the table and doing a side and wiping it down and then flipping it and repeat on 4 sides.
Yeah, just getting all the little fiddly bits, the legs and the apron that runs around the top. Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
To wrap up, I'm going to let this dry for several hours. It's a nice warm day here in South Carolina, so that shouldn't take too long. And then we'll have a look at it, see what the what it looks like cleaned up and dry. And then we'll take a little bit of stain and see if we can darken down the scars and bumps and bad spots on here, the scratches. So I just want to tidy this up and just make it look a little more presentable. I don't want to put the effort of a refinish job in here. And you know, a lot of antiques, it really kills the value if you refinish it anyway. If you have a finish that's, say, in this kind of shape, where it's, say you got 70 to 80% of the original finish still on there, clean it up and wax it good. Don't strip it and refinish. You ruin the value on it, on genuine antiques.
All right, so stay tuned for part 2.
All right.